Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Enlightening Your Way. I am your host, Nancy Lombardo. I have a house here in Lilydale, and I'm the president of the Church Living Spirit, which is an independent spiritualist church here on the grounds of Lilydale. I'm a military veteran and retired police detective, and fitness and yoga instructor, and wellness is my passion. This show is a combination of my many life experiences and that will help enrich your life on your pathway to healthy living. My website, Wellness with Nancy Lombardo, where my motto is protecting and serving your well-being. So thank you for joining me this evening. I wanted to do something a little different today, and normally I have guests, and I'm really focusing this show on wellness. And with the holidays, Thanksgiving starts next Thursday, and then it's just like spins out of control from there all the way till after New Year's. And I really think wellness and self-care is really important during this time of year. And another thing that really kind of takes people's breath away is grief and sadness. And how do you deal with that this time of year? If you haven't heard my story, I've told it in other venues, but I suffered a suicide in my family when I was just 9 years old, and that's many years ago. And it was around Christmas time. But what happens every year is there's still around Christmas time, boom, that thought seems to come into your mind, those flashbacks, and not just at Christmas, it seems like every holiday. When you lose somebody, when you lose that loved one, that grief just sneaks in without you even realizing it. So grief, it really has no timeline, does it? And I know some people, they'll be like, well, that happened a few years ago. You should be over that by now. Or they kind of look at you maybe a little strange if you still feel like a lot of sadness. And that's not the way it should be, because grief has no timeline at all. And I think a lot of times these holidays tend to reopen these feelings and emotions when we least expect it. So what happens? I think we happen to go through these waves of memories, maybe a tradition that you used to do all the time, thoughts of what used to be, what no longer is. It all kind of sneaks in on you. And then you got to understand, well, what am I going to do with these feelings? How am I going to deal with these feelings in the holidays and still put on that face for the outside world? But sometimes it's okay just to not have that happy face. Sometimes it's okay to feel the feels and feel the feelings. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more. I also think there's that, I call it the empty chair syndrome. Well, you'll sit at the table and that loved one, that chair of that person that always used to sit there, how are you not going to think about that with that empty chair syndrome? So what we're going to do tonight, like I said, we're going to have a little bit more of a chat about this grief. And if you have any comments, please put them in the comment section. Or if you're suffering yourself, please share that with us. I'm going to walk you through a little breath work. I put together a little self-care guided meditation for you that we're all going to go through. And then I'm going to end with a little poem I wrote about grief. So that's how that's going to go. So I'm hoping that during these holidays, sometimes if you're not feeling right or you're not feeling quite yourself, that you don't feel pressured to show up for things. Don't let people, well, just come to this party. It'll make you feel better. If you don't feel like it, just don't go. Don't let people pressure you into doing things that you don't want to do. There's enough pressure of things going on during these holidays, isn't there? We may experience just a mixture of emotions. It might be laughter and tears. But the one thing I always practice in my yoga classes, it's all about balance and trying to balance things out. You are going to have the sad times. You're going to have the happy times. There's going to be the laughter, and all of a sudden the tears will come out of nowhere. And it's all okay. But it's about finding that right balance in your life that'll really and truly help you out. One of the most important things Hi, Joanne. One of the most important things I think you can do for yourself is to give yourself permission to feel. Give yourself that permission to actually feel and to actually tell people what you need. Don't let them tell you what they think you need, because it could be two separate things, can it? Especially when it has to do with grief. Some of us might have just recently lost a loved one, and this is going to be your first holiday without them. That could be very traumatic. And like I said, some of them, like me, that's lost somebody years and years and years ago, it still kind of creeps up on me. I don't feel like I still have that degree of grief in me, but I still have those feelings and emotions that just always kind of pop up. So make sure and just tell people what it is that you need. It's okay to set emotional boundaries for yourself without the need for explanation. And it's really important to set those emotional boundaries for yourself. They're that protector around you. And it's not a bad thing for you to have. So one thing I'm going to really encourage you to do, and I know some of you are like, oh, I can't. I work full time, and I come home and I have kids, and it's just so much. But to try to take time for yourself each and every day, just even if it's a moment in the bathroom by yourself, try to take time for yourself. Maybe do some breath work. Maybe just breathe. It just takes a few moments. And I tell people to meditate, and people are like, well, I don't know how to meditate. I don't meditate. I don't know how to do this. But remember, meditation is all sorts of things. It can be done all sorts of ways. I always tell people I do my best meditation when I'm out there running. They're like, running? That's not meditative. Well, for me, you know what? That's meditative because I'm out of my body, even though I'm in my body exercising. But for me, it's like an out of body experience where I do my best thinking and everything else just kind of goes away. Maybe you like walking in nature. Maybe you like just taking that bath. I mean, there's different ways to meditate. Meditate doesn't always mean sitting there and just, no, it doesn't have to be that. It really doesn't have to be that. Oh, I love that. Remembering. Hi, Amanda. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. In your grief, and I love this, always remember to look for the signs and the symbols. This time of year, especially when the snow starts, and you'll see, of course, what? The cardinals start coming out, and people always associate cardinals with our loved ones, don't they? It's an automatic sign that you put together. But for most of us, we have those individual signs that only you and you know about. Maybe your loved one told you. I know this morning in church, Willa White was telling a story about how she was giving a message, and one of the people that she was giving that message to said that her loved one said, when you see that white rose, you'll know that's me. That's a really personal thing. And you know what? Every time that white rose appeared, they thought it was that loved one, and they knew it was that loved one, giving them that sign and symbol and that reassurance and that love. And I think that's beautiful. So look for those signs and symbols, even if they're the tiniest little sign, the little penny, if you believe in the pennies from heaven. Mine are always kind of nickels, actually. So I like the nickels myself. And it's a great thing to keep your mind around their spirit. Connect with somebody that you feel safe with. You can have a lot of people around you trying to give you a lot of different advice, and half of it you really don't need, right? Half of it you don't want to hear, because a lot of times people don't even know what to say to you, especially if you're not like feeling so good. So get with that person that you really connect, that one safe person that you feel safe with, the one that gets you, the one that you don't even have to say anything. You could sit there in silence and understand each other. You know what person I'm talking about. I think during this time and during these holidays, if we've lost someone recently, if we lost someone a while ago, like I said, grief has no timeline, and it's so important to honor our grief, to honor our grief. Light a candle. I think that's a beautiful thing. Believe it or not, I lit my candle today. Light a candle, say their name, talk to them, acknowledge the memories, because memories are a beautiful thing for us to have. Feel their spirit and feel that they are around us as we know they are. But feel into that. Really, really feel into that. Honor that and honor your grief. We don't. We do. I love that. We don't walk alone. You're exactly right, Cheryl. Thank you for that. Grief doesn't ruin our holidays if we recognize that grief is actually love speaking to us. That's what grief is all about. It's that love. It's that deep love that really speaks to us. We must remember that we are imperfectly human. None of us are perfect. We're imperfectly human. And there is room for joy and for pain and for all the feelings in between. And it's okay to feel all the feelings in between, isn't it? Because that's what makes us human. And like you said, always know, Cheryl, that you are never alone. We're never alone. Never alone. So those are my comments I have on grief. I have this really simple thing I do with my yoga class, and I wanted to walk you through it. It's called box breathing, and I'm sure you guys have heard of box breathing. It's very simple, and it's called box breathing because what? Box is a 4, right? Breathings are 4, and this goes in 4, and we're going to do 4 rounds of it, and you're going to see in 4 rounds of it how quickly it can change yourself and your breath and it can just change you. It can make you feel so much better. My yoga students say that. Are you ready? Okay, so all you need to do is just sit, take a breath, and let it out. And I'm going to walk you through it, and all you need to do is follow me with your eyes opened or closed. Here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Release, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Release, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Last time, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Release, 2, 3, 4. Let go. I even feel a difference just leading you on that. I'm telling you, it's easy. It takes very little time, and it can just reset you very quickly. It just resets you. So try that simple little exercise for you during these crazy, hectic holiday season time we're getting ready to get into. So, are you ready for our self-care meditation? You know, during COVID, I was doing a lot of these and I kind of got out of the habit, but I actually love leading meditations. If you have a hard time, like I said, meditating or just keeping your mind quiet, sometimes a guided meditation can actually help you and assist you and teach you to quiet your mind, to calm yourself, if you allow it. So I'm going to ask you right now to find a very comfortable seat if you're not already in one. You can either lay down or stay in your seat. Just find what keeps you comfortable and where you feel like you can kind of stay still for the next few minutes. And if you feel like you have to move, don't feel like you just got to stay there like a stick, because all that's going to do is tense you up, right? So just get comfortable and move around if you have to move around, but just try to stay quiet. Let your hands rest softly. Allow your eyes to close, or you can gaze them off into the distance. We're going to begin with that breath that we just took, and take a beautiful, slow, deep breath in. And then gently exhale. going to do this two more times. Take a beautiful breath in and exhale. And feel your body begin to settle wherever you are, seated or laying down. Breath in and exhale. Hopefully, with you joining me tonight, you have nowhere else to go right now, nowhere else to be, nothing else you need to do but breathe. Remembering that you are here in this moment and that you deserve this moment and this time. With every breath you're taking, feel your body softening. Relax your jaw, unclench your hands. Feel your chest rise and fall, and soften the space around your heart as you slowly feel your body grounding, peaceful, and relaxed. For a moment, imagine placing all of the pressures of the holidays, every obligation, every worry, every I should have, I need to, place all of that into a small box that's right in front of you. Put the lid on that box and set it aside. Just by doing that, see if you feel lighter, and has any weight been released? And breathe. I inhale peace. I exhale stress. I inhale comfort. I exhale tension. I inhale compassion. I exhale pressure. Breathe. Let each breath offer you exactly what your spirit is asking for this evening. Now let's breathe into our heart space as you quietly hear, I deserve rest. I deserve care. I am allowed to take time for me. Feel these words as they settle into your body and allow them to soften the places that might feel tight and tired. I deserve rest. I deserve care. I am allowed to take time for me. Let these words continue to echo into the places that feel tight and tired. You are not selfish for needing care. You are worthy. You do matter. You are not selfish for needing care. You are worthy. You do matter. Breathe. Now imagine a gentle golden light at the center of your heart space. It's warm, soft, and steady, like the glow of a candle in a dark room. With each inhale, feel this light grow brighter. And with each exhale, feel this light spread throughout your body, throughout your extremities, your arms, down your arms, into each finger and every toe. Allow this light to remain with you as your warmth, your inner calmness, and self-kindness. And remind yourself of this inner bright light wherever you are and whenever you are feeling overwhelmed and stressed. This beautiful warmth of this bright light inside your heart space. You are not selfish for needing care. You are worthy. You do matter. Remind yourself, I can come back to this calm whenever I need it. I am worthy of my own self-care, especially during the holidays. I can come back to this calm whenever I need it. I am worthy of my own self-care, especially during the holidays. Breathe. Now take another breath and gently allow yourself to return to this present moment, the sound of my voice, where you are presently in your chair, lying down in your room. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and slowly awaken yourselves. Reawaken yourselves feeling refreshed and renewed and hopefully calm. I know when I do my meditations with my yoga class, sometimes it's really hard to bring them out of it. They don't want to come out of it. I like to stay right here. This feels so good. Because being able to calm that chatter in your brain, it does feel good. Being able to put aside what's bothering you, what's hurting you, it's okay for the moments that you can do it. Like I said, it's all about self-care. And during these next month, self-care is going to be really important, really important. And don't think that it's selfish that you take time for yourself, because when you're okay, everything else is okay and everybody else is a little bit better. How does everybody feel? What do you think? You know, one good thing about this, with it being live, that you can come back to this video if you'd like, and you can do this meditation on your own. All right, and oh, I love that. Thank you. I love that you're feeling better. You could come back to this and do it again and again if you need to, because it'll be on this Lilydale Assembly page until Facebook decides to take it down. So that's a good thing. Oh, thank you, Amanda. Thank you. I just want to remind you what we talked about. Yes, rewatch it. It's there, definitely. Just remind you during this time that grief has no timeline. And it's okay if you get those waves of grief, if they sneak up on you and come in, feel the feelings. Know you are not alone. Look for those beautiful signs and symbols that our loved ones always send us. Um, Recognize them and know that spirits are all around us all the time. Oh, blessings to you. Thank you, Cheryl. And thank you for joining me so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I told you this is going to be a shorter show. I just wanted to touch base. I wanted to do the breath. I wanted to do our meditation. And I want to end with a poem that I wrote on grief. And it goes as follows. We all have felt grief or are grieving now for someone, something, this overwhelming raw emotion that brings us to the depths of our beings, to our knees. In pangs of heartbreak, we cry, we pray for it just to go away. Why must we grieve? Why is this our burden to bear? It truly seems so very unfair. Or is it a quiet blessing, a lesson to learn, an awakening awareness that we must discern? Like stepping onto a cloud, hoping not to fall, or believing we could stand above it all with humble grace. Isn't that the truth? I wish all of you a blessed Thanksgiving. If you celebrate Thanksgiving, I wish all of you blessed moments in your life and happiness and calmness. Thank you. I'm grateful for all of you too. Please check back here for everything happening on the Lilydale Assembly. This is their official Facebook page. It's also airing on the YouTube channel. So I think they do have some workshops coming up. So see what's going on and off season, and they post it all the time on this page, so check back. Also, please check out my Facebook page, Wellness with Nancy Lombardo, my Instagram, nancy.k.lombardo, where my motto is protecting and serving your well-being. I hope you've enjoyed this meditation. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. Hi, Ruth. Thank you. Hi, Nikki. Thank you. Thank you so much. My name is Nancy Lombardo. I am protecting and serving your well-being. Namaste, my friends. Namaste. Thank you.